Hello there, my beautiful Cancer signs. This is Rachel with Dark Knight Coaching. So today's video is a traditional Celtic cross spread that I pull for you, Cancer. There's a lot of messages here that are very closely tied to love. The song that I was guided to meditate to today with your energy was Unbreak My Heart by Tony Braxton. I don't know why I said Tori, but Tori might be a significant name or something like that for you. So you might see if that resonates. And if it does, please smash the like button. It helps my channel grow. I greatly appreciate it. I do have a lot of messages about love, possibly maybe a twin flame returning or something along those lines, some sort of karmic thing. There's a little bit of stuff in here about third party and gossip and judgment and things like that. So make sure if that resonates, you watch the full video, because at the beginning of this video, I do the traditional Celtic cross spread, which is about 10 tarot cards, and then I pull about 8 or 9 more cards from my other oracle decks and things like that. So if you feel guided, you can book a one-on-one coaching session with me. Link is in the description box below, or you can book a one-on-one personalized tarot reading where I dive a little bit deeper into your energy, very specific, and it will help me tap in to you and see what guidance I can offer to help you on your spiritual path. But let's go ahead and dive right in. So a lot of you are maybe rediscovering your spark or on the verge of being inspired by something. So this Ace of Wands is kind of a divinely guided spot that you're in right now, even though sometimes we might find ourselves feeling not very content, and it's hard to imagine that things are kind of already laid out for us in a way when we go through hardships or traumas and toxic relationships and things. But I do feel like you are being divinely guided into something, or more towards something that's going to help you align with your highest best self in regards to some sort of creative spark, a passion project. Now, the challenge right now, what's crossing you, is Ace of Swords. This is divine truth. This is authenticity. This is sometimes this is being honest with yourself. It can be the hardest sometimes to be honest with yourself when we have an illusion or an expectation of how people are or how life should go. And I do feel like the challenge right now is to have that come to clarity moment and really be honest with yourself about what you're doing and why you're here and how you've arrived at this particular place in your life, because every relationship is 50-50. So even though, we might have been victims of someone's betrayal or deceit in the past, we are all still partly responsible for participating in those things, because, it's impossible to be in a toxic relationship if you're not participating in one. So, keep that in mind. And that's coming from a place of non-judgment. Like, we all have to go through trials and tribulations when it comes to those things, because it's really the spiritual lesson, the soul lesson is about healing your divine masculine and your divine feminine. And when you can heal your traumas from your mother wounds and your father wounds from your childhood and those things, you can really move on and move past it. And then that allows you to be authentically aligned. And I think that's the hardest part of healing. Now, the foundation of everything that's happening right now is the single energy. So maybe you're throwing yourself into your work as well. The Nine of Pentacles is also about kind of devoting yourself to your business. So maybe you're starting your own business or pursuing something like that. But in the past energy, you have the Empress card. This is the divine feminine. This is the mother wound healing card essentially as well. You could be a mother, or maybe you have a mother figure in your life that you kind of lean to as a mentor. But the Empress is also a card about fertility and kind of just a nurturing card. So maybe in the past you were overly nurturing or trying to compensate for someone else's lack in a way. But I do feel like at the present time, you're having a lot of insomnia, anxiety, sleepless nights. So I don't feel like you're very satisfied right now in your mindset and your lifestyle choices, perhaps, because the Nine of Swords is an anguish card. It's not a very happy-go-lucky card. It's a very much so a I can't sleep. Why did I do that? I'm going to go over a million things in my head before I go to bed, and then I can't fall asleep because I have so much anxiety from either looking too forward in the future, or I have regret from looking in the past. And I feel like you have a little bit of both at certain times. Now, interestingly enough, your subconscious has the Emperor. I like to see this with the Empress. That's a great synchronicity or cohesive thing for me, because as a tarot reader, this tells me like you're trying to balance your yin and your yang, which is your feminine and your masculine energy. So on a subconscious level, you're trying to heal your father wounds probably, but you're also trying to like step up to the plate, because that Knight of Pentacles is like a single independent energy, but it's also like, let's put the pants on and get stuff done. Now in the near future, you have Libra energy. This is the Six of Pentacles. This is about balance and harmony and maintaining an open-heartedness, but also like a kind and generous spirit, as well as karma coming back around. So there's a lot of karma that's been being delved out over the course of the last like 5 months, basically, because of the Saturn that was in retrograde. So I do feel like you're kind of still feeling the repercussions of that, and sometimes that can be a bittersweet feeling, especially if you've done some things that were not nice. Like I feel like you've done some not nice things. You've made some wrong choices, and when we make wrong choices, I mean that those are choices based in fear. So when you make a choice that's based on a fear or some sort of false narrative or false belief, that can lead you down a rabbit hole of anxiety and regret and remorse. And when we haven't been kind and open-minded and open-hearted, that does come back to bite us at some point in time. It either comes in this lifetime, or sometimes we save certain karmas for the next lifetime. And I do feel like karma is being shelled out here. So as long as you've made choices with pure intention and good intention, then you're going to get good karma. So like, don't worry about it if your heart is lighter than a feather. But I do feel like for some of you, there is a lot of petty drama going on because of some sort of third party situation thing. Now, what's in your control here is communication, and it's also like swift movement. So you have a choice to move on and move forward, or maybe even speak your truth, the real truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. That is a decision you'll have to make. But again, all of our choices in life are based on either love or fear. And when we're coming from a place of fear, it's usually very much so shame-based. And some people will always choose to run away from anything that will make them look bad. So when someone makes a mistake or makes a choice that's shameful, they usually hide it away, tuck it away, and think no one will ever find out. But typically, the truth always comes to light. So, at some point, people do find out. And, that can take a long time, but sometimes it's pretty swift and it's pretty quick, and it doesn't always take that long. So, I feel like it depends on the judgment that you're going to face. And when I said there's probably something to do with a third party, it's because people see you as this Three of Cups energy. And whenever I have a Three of Cups in some sort of heartbreak or love reading, that to me, any sort of three usually symbolizes that there is a third party situation or like some sneaky deceitful behavior going on. So Three of Cups, it can also be a card of like celebrating, but I'm not getting that energy right here. And I'm an intuitive tarot reader, so I take it as it like flows. But I do feel like for a lot of you, it was like you were either involved with someone you shouldn't have been, with malicious intent, or someone in your energy circle was involved with you with impure intention. And when that happens, sometimes people get drama, and they get gossip, and they get those things like that because the truth can sometimes be painful. And when our shadows are brought to light, a lot of people don't know how to handle that. And when you can't handle your emotions, and when you can't balance how you're feeling, you'll get trapped in this anxiety or regret kind of loop. And now in your hopes and fears, you have You got a whopper. You have a tower moment and you have the Five of Cups, Cancer. So the tower comes in when things are not built on a solid, stable foundation. And that's usually when you build something on an illusion of lies. So if you've been deceitful or hurtful intentionally in the past, that is going to cause your ego or the narrative that you've built to come crumbling down. And that can make you feel regretful, because once people see past you, the illusions, and they can see true intention, then, a spade is a spade. Like, a pig is still a pig, no matter what kind of lipstick you tried to put on it. And I do feel like that's what's happening. Now, Cancer, if this doesn't resonate for you, this can be someone in your energy. It could be a Taurus sign. I am getting that kind of vibe because of just the instinct that I'm feeling here. So you might have a lot of Taurus in your chart, but it could also be a Gemini in your energy as well, because I have the Lover's card here. So in your potential outcome, you have the Six of Cups and the Lover's card. Six of Cups is like a childlike energy, but it's also a card of nostalgia. So, maybe you're hopeful you'll reconnect with someone and be able to have some sort of harmony or balance. But that's going to require a lot of work and effort on your part, or whoever's in this energy's part, because to move out of this tower into this Five of Cups is going to require a lot of truth, a lot of honesty, a lot of clarity, a lot of authenticity. And when you are in a state of authenticity, Cancer, that is the highest vibrational frequency. That's even higher than love, like the resonance. So I do feel like it is going to happen as long as you're willing to put in that effort and work and master your feminine and masculine energies by doing the shadow work of healing those feminine, or the mother wounds and the father wounds, essentially. And when you can do that, then you're going to be really in alignment. So that's what I have for you, Cancer, when it comes to the tarot. Hopefully that helped. If it did, please smash the like button. And then I'm going to dive into the oracle messages and things like that, because I have a lot of cohesive things here. Now, you have right away, the first card that I'm drawn to says, I'm at peace with my past. And I think this is just overcoming the hurdle of your choices and understanding why you made those choices. And once you can forgive yourself, then you can really move forward and move on. Now, for the last 2 weeks, we've been also at a very high functioning, like, emotional state, because the Schumann resonance has been pretty much off the charts. It's like 12-12 portal energy, but it's also due to the Mars and the Mercury retrograde stuff going on. So there's been a lot of drama and trauma unfolding for everyone. But I do feel like harmony is going to bring you a lot of peace, if that's even possible, when you're going through such chaotic tower moments. But you're able to feel a loving, balanced connection with everything. So as you start to balance your yin and your yang, which are your feminine and your masculine energies, you will start to feel harmony. Maybe grounding yourself outside might be important. I already spoke about Taurus, and that's an earth sign, but that you might want to go hug a tree, or sit next to a tree, or put your feet out in the ground barefoot. It says, Tree of Life, you are deeply connected to the world around you and dependent on it for your ability to grow and to thrive. So trees might be very symbolic for you, maybe even like a family tree or something like that. And then you also have the heart chakra card, which is symbolized by the green on the outside of this card, for gossip. This tells me, to me, this is confirmation of some sort of third-party type of situation, or some sort of like something not so great that is making you look not so good, because I don't feel like you've made a proper choice. And, the judge card is here, so it's like maybe you're judging yourself too, but I do feel like a lot of it is based on the social judgment that's happening here. So as long as your heart is lighter than a feather, and as long as you have made choices out of love, you're good, you're solid. And I do feel like you're being asked at this time to try to embrace this new life, this new lifestyle. Number 39 might be significant. But sometimes when we go through these transitions where we have ego deaths or tower moments where things come crumbling down, it can be very hard to embrace the change and to feel like we're in harmony, or to feel like we're in alignment. But I do feel like you are being divinely guided, and due to the nature of your decisions, you're right where you're meant to be. Now you have the practice card for your third eye intuition. It says, how does your intuition show itself? Is it visual? Is it imagery, symbolism, or a flash? Sit down and write anything you've noticed that's out of the ordinary lately and tune in. Now, once you truly master your feminine and your masculine energy, and you're coming at things from not only an open mind, but an open heart, when you have opened your third eye chakra and when you have opened your heart space, you can tap into your clair abilities. Those are your supernatural abilities, which they're not really even supernatural. It's just when your chakras are in alignment and when you've healed from a lot of trauma, you can tap into your intuition and these clair abilities. So if you're not sure what clair abilities you might have, you might want to go check out my video on clairs, because I break down kind of like the basic 7 clairs that we all have. And there's more than 7. So it's just a matter of which ones can you tap into, because some people can really tap into all of them and other people are kind of limited to certain ones. Now, the last oracle card I have for Cancer is from the I Ching deck. It's number 8, Seeking Union. This one says, you are searching for a connection and belonging, creating a new world out of relationships. Following energy flowing from source, you can make the right choices while using self-examination to avoid mistakes. Beware of increased demands made of you, adding stress, and try not to procrastinate and miss the connection. Where do you belong, and is this a good fit? And do you choose to join? So make sure you're being cognizant that your energy is an exchange, just like money is an exchange. So your time, your energy, your effort, those things are transactions. And when you spend too much time with someone who is a taker, then you might feel a bit drained. And if you're empathic, which I am assuming you're probably a little bit because you're watching this video, because mostly narcissists don't work on themselves and try to seek self-help, I do feel like you are aware of your energy and how that affects your body. So that's what I have for you, Cancer. Hopefully this video helped. Again, if it did, please smash the like button. It helps my channel grow, and I greatly appreciate it. And I will see you next time.